Welcome to the KsdPodcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Davis. I have Fred 9 Woo Wooten in the house and fat ass Brandon.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we were just discussing apparently how a pound of gummy worms will give you diarrhea.
The Haribo or something like that, Haribo or whatever the hell the brand are.
You're going to hear some crackling throughout this podcast. That is Juan going through his bag of gummy worms.
Putting it to the test.
I was always more of a fan of gummy penises. It's just...
This is not a sex toy party.
Oh, sorry.
Wrong door, dog.
Did I say that out loud?
Wrong door. That's crazy, man.
We were supposed to have a guest today,
Boo.
but they went Hollywood on us. Speaking of Hollywood...
Where are the sound effects?
Right.
Huh?
Where are the sound effects?
I couldn't think of any funny ones this week. I was just like, all I wanted
Should have
to...
brought prices right back.
That's all I wanted to do, but I'm not like beating a dead horse.
So now we got to do our own one.
Yeah, I just felt like that was beating a dead horse, and I know myself that I don't know how to be funny, so I just constantly try. So I do the sound effect according to everything. So.
Man, I don't know where this snow came from, though. Man, this is like -4 again.
Live from the weather room, Action 7 News. Reporting live on the streets.
Oh, my God.
Nine woo woo wootin'. What's the weather like, wootin'?
It's cold. It's cold.
Do you guys remember when we made to explain it to the viewers, when we all used to work together in the kitchen, Fred would get really hot and there would be one towel in his back pocket that was just for wiping the sweat off his head.
Just for that.
So we made a short video of me talking about a heat advisory, and Fred was the icon of Fred.
I never got to
with
see
a
that
towel
either.
on his head is an icon for a heat advisory.
You know it's hot. Then,
He just popped up and popped
Well,
down.
they just see. You got to put the towel in the freezer. You don't know about when it gets hot. Don't
See,
know about that.
when it gets really hot, I wear a Chicago Cubs hat.
Right on, and black long sleeve shirts.
Yep.
Right on. Cover up your tracks.
Speaking of tracks, I heard a new track this weekend
Mike
from
Will made it.
Glaucoma.
He makes everything, dude.
They
And he lets you know it's his stuff too.
Glaucoma. Remember Zach?
Oh yeah.
He's got a new song that they showed me of him. It's like evergreen. Talk about how he's got so much money. I'm like, dude, you haven't worked in over a year.
Yeah, the rap career must be taking off. Must be taking off.
Speaking of Mike Will, for some reason though, the whole car right here, I listened to that 23 song that Mike Will made in the club.
That's the
In my
banger
skirt,
right.
tatted up with my J's on.
Oh, she'll back it up. She don't give no fuck.
That's a raunchy video if you've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, she don't flip script quick. But I knew that was about to happen. She started
Are you
smoking
a
that weed
Hawkeyes
and stuff
fan
with
tonight?
Steelers.
brothers. Right, you can't get that twisted, Brandon. He
No,
lives in Illinois.
It's Hawkeyes.
No, it's always been Steelers, Brandon.
I have a mouse story. Caught one. All right, that's the end of that story.
I
No.
can hear
Wanna
myself
see
chew.
it?
I can hear myself chewing these gummy worms in my mic. Like a fucking cow chewing some fucking grass. That's all I can hear.
No, so I have one of those live bait catch traps.
So you still have it?
He's out in the garbage,
Or
but
would you like to bring it in and show
I wanted
everybody
to put it in a aquarium tank for Juan so bad. I've decided for Juan's birthday this year, I'm just gonna give him a box full of mice.
This dude's against. This guy's
No,
against.
no. Don't sit there and
No.
let me tell the story.
No, he wants to be fucking Pete over here. You know, wants to be
He
friends.
wants to be Peter?
He wants to be friends to all the animals in the world.
I didn't want to
He's
kill
like,
it.
I want to catch these things and just set them free so they can live happy lives and raise
Grizzly
families.
Adams.
And I want to just sob as I'm beating it to death for the broom.
So he
in front of my
sets up
children.
these sticky traps. They're sticky traps, right?
No.
No? Okay, whatever. Live traps.
Live trap is where
Okay.
it's a counterweight thing. He goes on one end, it shuts the door on the other.
So he
and
wants to
can't get
catch
out.
these things.
Sticky traps.
By the
is the most
time
cruel thing ever.
That's cruel?
I think sticky traps.
By the time he gets to them, they're probably starving. They're hungry. They have a higher metabolism rate than we do.
he was in there for 4 hours. He was fine.
Heartbeat's going fast.
Heartbeat's going. He doesn't know what he's doing. Mice
Scared.
aren't the same. They don't take fucking shock the
Are
same
you
as
done
we
telling
do.
my story?
Hold on. No, I want to point this PETA motherfucker over here. He has these motherfucking mice in what I would consider his dungeon of his cave, to keep them, torturing them. They're like, just let me out, I want to live. And he's fucking waterboarding them. Fucking one of them bit its own hand off. So how is that more humane than just
None
a quick
of this
switch?
has happened.
Brandon, for real?
No, I'm not waterboarding mice.
But what up ate his head?
No. There was only all right. Now we know. When I first met you guys, Brandon's put some weight on, and this mouse didn't really bother me until my wife brought home my favorite Girl Scout cookies, the caramel delights. And in the middle of the night, I hear something, turn the light on, see this mouse run out of the fucking box.
Fat, man. He felt himself getting fat. That's incredible. Over the years,
I don't go
know.
swimming at public pools anymore.
I know you turn all your
take-
beards
If
around.
I
only
take
Brandon
shower-
would have taken a picture of himself every day from the day we met him, he'd be like in a balloon inflating.
And Fred's dying on the microphone again. It's a new drinking game for the KsdPodcast viewers. Every time you hear Fred laugh and then go into a cough,
Oh my
take
God.
a drink. You'll be
Oh my
wasted within
God,
minutes.
man. Oh my God.
Like the little girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when she eats that fucking candy and she just keeps getting.
Who's the boy?
Was it a boy?
No, it was a
No, it was
girl.
a
No, the
girl.
original was a girl.
Was it a girl?
The original
No,
was a girl.
even in the new one it was. But anyway,
Oh my goodness. So yeah, over the years, I look.
anyway.
Oh
They,
man.
So am I right? Put the mouse trap out, and I caught him within the morning. Then am I right? I'm gonna put him in the garbage can outside. I'm not gonna put him outside because he'll just run right back to the house. Put him in the garbage can. There's some garbage in there. He'll be able to. It's his will if he lives or dies.
It's his will.
It ain't on me.
Never mind the fact that you're suffocating him.
Yeah, suffocate. I
He's not
said that.
suffocating.
It is
Suffocating him.
Oh my
He's putting him
God.
outside, which
Put him
means
outside.
he's
It's
slowly
heavily
freezing to
cold.
death.
Dude, how cruel is that to put him outside the cold?
All right.
Nonetheless, he says, "Oh well, he's got food and stuff. He's
Put some
making
fur
him.
on your
he's
ass
making him
and
eat
do
get
your
out
himself.
there.
impression of me again, bitch. I fucking dare you.
He's making him eat himself to death.
Make him eat himself
One more
to
time.
death.
I double dare you.
Oh my God.
I mean, like Brandon, why you want to make him do what you're
He's
doing to
eating
yourself?
himself. Damn, you're cruel, dude.
You son of
You
a
are
bitch.
cruel, man.
No, do one more impression of me. Like, oh, he's got food outside. What the fuck is this
you were like, well, how's it cruel, Juan? I put him in the garbage can. He's got food in there.
That was borderline Ron, too.
We passed Ron a mile ago on that impression.
Oh my God. So he's out there alive, dude?
No, probably not.
Oh,
No, so
Brandon.
anyway, no. He's out there, and when I drop him in the garbage, first off, he dropped like a slow, like, Nintendo, like, character from a... He's like...
He didn't want to go, dude.
Then he,
Why didn't you just set fire to him, man?
Then all their... Yeah. That, I'm cruel.
Don't be cruel,
He's
huh?
going to get cold enough to the
Trap
point where
him.
he's just like, I'm tired, you know?
Trap him and then throw him into the garbage isn't cruel enough.
No, it's not. It's up to him if he lives or not. If he
How's
is
he gonna
soldier
get
or
out of
not.
that can?
Did my voice just crack?
How's he going to get out of that can?
Can.
How you gonna get out of that
You could have just taken a box of nickels. I mean, a sock full of nickels to him.
Yeah, you could have just beat him and took him out of his misery,
Box of
man.
nickels would have felt the
drop it
same.
on
Just
him.
drop
That's
it
what
on
you're
top.
supposed to do to mice anyway. You're
It's
supposed
humane.
to kill them.
It's humane because they don't feel it.
Right. That's why you got the traps to snap their necks.
2-minute story tops. It's been going over 10 minutes.
Peter's gonna come after you, dude.
Fuck
Yeah,
PETA.
they are, dude.
Fuck PETA.
Man. Normal people kill the mice and get rid of it. You leave them alive, put them in a cold, and try to feed them to keep them alive.
Wait, I'm the asshole, yet you are the guys that used to pour bleach on them and fucking light them on fire and then like cut them and put
Hold on,
fucking
wait a
hot
minute.
sauce on them.
Who said that? Cut them and put hot sauce on them.
I swear to God, I heard there was like one that was like his legs got ripped. and he
Look, I
poured
take
hot
the fifth. I know
Yeah.
of something that happened in that
Uh-oh.
sense. I did not do it, but I've seen it done.
Oh,
But anyway,
man.
so I put him out there. There's no garbage in there. Mine is like a box, like a little like package box that was frozen to the bottom. He runs right into it. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm going to go. I got to take the garbage out anyway. Then it gives him something to eat. If he wants to live, it's on him. If he wants to die, it's on him. So then I open the garbage can. And I put the bag of garbage in there because I don't see him. So I kind of hit the box a little bit. And all of a sudden, this motherfucking mouse jumps on top of that box. And then jumps more than halfway up the garbage can. And jumps off that, doing like a backflip trying to get out. It's like, hardcore, hardcore.
And he got away from you?
No, fuck no.
Hell no, I'm
I
ready.
screamed like a wand. I'm like, ah! And then
Hell
in
no.
front of his kids, he's like, I'm still a man.
Man, no, mice are meant to be
As much as
killed,
he-
dog.
No, it's what, do your
As
impression
much
of me
as he
again.
tries
That's what-
to cover it up, he was torturing that mouse
Oh,
by putting
shut
it in the
the
garbage
fuck.
can.
You shall
he
not
was.
pass.
He
You shall not
He
pass.
should have done the honorable
Listen,
thing to that mouse.
Peter would have just let the mice alone.
He would have let him eat your
Did you eat
your
out
cookies.
your house? Peter would just left.
I'm
told
not
you
for
left
PETA.
them. You are.
No, I'm not.
See,
You are. You wouldn't
the
put a
proper
rabbit up
thing
under the
would've-
front wheel of a tire and take off. You wouldn't do that.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The proper thing would have been to grab one of those ground stompers that for
What are you
construction.
doing?
Right.
Put him in a box.
Right.
Looked at him, saluted him, said "For Rome," and just smashed him. That would have been the honorable thing to do.
Audible death. Audible. At least he went out
The
as a
fucking
soldier.
rodent.
For Rome.
Yeah. A rodent eat your ass up, dude.
I'm gonna mail like mouse corpses to you. I mean,
dude,
mice corpses.
like oh boy, Jennifer Smucks was doing. Yeah,
That movie was lame.
it was pretty.
You need to
slow.
start putting traps out though, or poison, one of the two.
We got
Oh,
traps.
you have a lot then? Like
I have the one that it's reusable.
no, I'm talking about mice.
That's the
They're
only.
reusable?
No. I haven't seen any trace of the other one since I got rid of
You
this
see,
one.
what you need to do is
This motherfucker jumped in the back. No, shut up. You're done.
You need to make
You're
that
done.
trap. This is a little trick for everybody. You got a mice problem in your house. Get some of those poison pellets or the poison cubes. Break them up.
Mix them in
Mix
with
them
the
up
dog
with some
food.
peanut butter, and leave them there. They eat them. They'll be dead.
Yeah, then I have a dead rotting mouse like in my floorboards.
Whoa! Well, you use it where you use the bait trap. You leave the trap there. You put the food inside. It'll go in there. It'll be dead by the time you get to it.
That's one thing rats do love
I'm not a murderer, man.
is peanut butter.
Yep, that's what I caught this one. It's a mouse. Now I don't have rats.
Well, second cousin, first cousin, whatever you want to call it.
Bet you got squirrels gonna come in here pretty soon.
Well,
Squirrels.
Yeah, you're gonna have all type of shit up here, man. You have all type.
Then you
of
got
shit
that
up
thing,
here.
that little whatever
door
it
that's
is.
open, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure you already have an owl here somewhere. I'm sure.
You know what? In my we have our heaters from the 1940s, and it was originally a coal burner, and they converted it over to gas. But a friend of my brother's mother used to live in this house before my father-in-law bought it, and she was telling me that we were talking about how, some of the things about the house, how old it is. And she was saying that, one time I was taking a shower and the heater caught on, and all of a sudden I hear all this screaming of family of baby raccoons that gotten in the heater. And the heater caught on and just cooked them all.
Wow.
But then Fred, to
That
make
was
his...
your first thing of what you did.
That I did, yeah. I was just...
Wow.
That's what I'm going to do after this, too. Just like, I'm a man!
I can't wait till he's laying in bed one night and he's like, Minnie, why do you keep licking me? It feels so good,
What
but
is
just
your
let me
impression
sleep.
of me coming
And
from?
he wakes up, there's he's like, stop it, Minnie, it's so... And he wakes up, there's just 10-pound fucking rat on him, just licking him. All because he doesn't want to kill him.
Oh, just make yourself at home.
I don't even care about that. I'm just wondering, like, is that how you guys hear me all the time?
Right, that's right.
I'm just going to talk like this the rest of the podcast now.
Yeah.
So, what's new in the world today, Juan?
Oh, man.
Son of a bitch.
Stop it, Minnie.
That's how I talk to customers. That's really cold outside.
Oh, snaps, man.
No, it's new in the world, Brandon.
Ukraine and Russia are creating peace in the world.
I don't know how that's possible.
Very
Keep it
long
going.
I
run.
thought they
All
just
down the
put
line
troops
for our
down on the
facts.
ground.
No, keep it going.
No, that's all I know about.
No, well, what about the Ukraine and stuff?
I just
Was it one
I
of
thought
their
the troops
leaders
was
of
already
Ukraine
there
is all of a
for a
sudden very pro-Russia and yeah.
Crimea.
while. America said shit. Obama said, they're gonna have to take care of that themselves.
I
get
think Fred
in
should be
this
an actual newscaster. Like, so Fred, what's going on? Obama said, nuh-uh.
Don't get involved in that shit. Keep your ass right.
Will
here.
Smith's gay.
Oh yeah.
Now we're going back to Brandon with fashion. It's just the lamest attempt for sound effects. The quietest Russian things.
The Russians are coming back, dude. Sorry it took me that long to prepare for that. The Soviet Union is back.
Yeah.
Now you're a
buddy.
fan of the Soviet Union, aren't you, Juan?
I'm just a fan of the flag. The way they looked. Just fucking badasses in there. In their little...
Yeah. Russians ain't no joke, man. Ain't
Nah.
no joke.
They're going to take over the world pretty soon. Nobody's going to stop them. They invaded Ukraine, took over the Crimea region, which is like Illinois or Iowa to the Ukraine. And everybody just looked on and looked at them, basically shaking their fingers, said like, now don't go any further. Just don't do it.
Apparently I and the world police.
Meanwhile, Russia just said, like, send all our troops in. And the world's like, now we said don't do it.
Right to sit down the world police.
You stop right there. You went far enough. Don't come any further or we'll kick you out of the G8. That's what they said.
That's what I said.
But yeah, the world's looking like a bunch of pussies compared to the Russians right now.
Yeah.
Russians didn't
They mean
Listen-
business, man. Shoot.
They didn't listen to any of the warnings or anything. They said, "What are you guys gonna do about it?"
How long after did Germany start invading after the Olympics back then?
I'm not sure.
Back in Hitler.
But there was I think the next Summer Olympics are in South Korea, I believe. So it's like if it's a theme, it's like South Korea is preparing for North Korea. Mm-hmm. No, but even the leader of the Ukrainian Navy went on national TV on Saturday and said, "I pledge my allegiance to Russia."
What?
He knew where the getting is good.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, they took over that little region though. Apparently they said supposedly freedom fighters who were always been fighting for, for the Crimea to become back to a part of Russia. Supposedly they went in and took over. They were in military fatigues but had no emblems or anything like that. They were supposed freedom fighters. Took over everything. Said we're pro-Russia. We want to be with Russia. And then the rest of the Russian army came in. somewhat wearing the same fatigues they were wearing.
And that's when I came in like, you guys better stop it. Minnie, get back here. I'll slap you. I'll slap the shit out of you. I can't get over that. Like, that's just how people hear me.
It's like the rest of the world has no, whatever. They pulled out of Afghanistan and whatever recently, or they're pulling out of Afghanistan. And then, like, the rest of the world is like, right now they see Russia going in. They see their tanks crossing the border. That's they got the Navy in there. And they're just standing there like, don't do it. Don't invade anymore because we'll put economic sanctions on you.
Like, man. Who's got the damn Olympics going on right now, dude? Y'all starting a war on the.
And the way to get back at them, UK said, we're not sending any of our Paralympics athletes to the Paralympics. That'll show them.
Burn up, man.
You sons of bitches.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, Soviet Union's getting back together.
Yeah. And they finna fight America.
Mm-hmm. And the only other response the U.S. had was to tell Israel, don't kill any Iranian nuclear weapons makers. Don't assassinate them. Apparently the U.S. wants Iran to have nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey.
But in a more interesting note.
We're out of it.
In a more interesting note, a gang of guys or people in China stabbed 33 people to death.
I seen that.
With knives.
Seen that.
Nothing else.
Seen that.
Isn't that crazy?
They did that for like an initiation type thing, something, but they went in to do it purposely, just to do just that.
Just went into a bunch of crowd of people, just
to kill all of them. That was wild. Yeah, I did just see that recently. That's bad. That's bad, dude.
Do your Chinese gang member impression again.
Dude, just imagine
all
that,
I see
man.
is Brandon running away. No, you have to buy me dinner. You want to stick me first.
And the crazy part about it is they were all
I'm
already
running at him.
They were all already in the mix of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So people didn't even know. I mean, like, you didn't like you seeing them coming. They was already right there.
It happened bang, 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 because the police didn't have any opportunity to get there.
They happened right there.
And they only caught a couple of them.
And imagine something like that happened, dude. You go to the post office or the grocery store or something, and people are already synchronizing themselves inside the store just to go ham.
There's no way to defend yourself against that.
You can't. You can't. Especially when it's right there. You can't. That sucks, man. I see a lot of stuff goes on in this world, though. You know, and you look at, like, nothing like that can happen to your little small town. But things happen here that other places hear about us and stuff, but you don't get as much here as you hear over the world.
They're saying supposedly, though, it was Muslims in China.
Apparently,
China's apparently starting to have a Muslim issue. And I'm sorry. There's two countries in the world Muslims don't want to fuck with. It's China and Russia. Because Russia at least has proven in the back, we'll blow up a goddamn movie theater and a school.
We'll do whatever it takes.
We don't care if children die. We're going to show these Muslims who's boss. I bet China's in the same fucking route. China will fucking capture all of them.
China is the first with the torture shit too, man. They will tear your ass off with that bullshit.
So I don't know. If I were a Muslim extremist, I should say, I wouldn't want to cause any trouble in China and Russia.
Neither one of them. That my brother just made a trip to Colorado, and being up there, he was actually in the mall where the.
Oh, you got family out there?
Yeah, actually in the mall where the shooting happened when dude went into the mall and did that shooting and stuff, and then that movie theater, which was pretty crazy and stuff. And he's like, the Mexican cartel is deep up there for some reason. I don't know. He said it was like 40, 50 Mexican cats fully dressed in like nothing less than 1,000 suits and hats, all just chilling inside the mall.
It must be really warm if they're wearing 1,000 suits at once.
Yeah, but no. But up there, of course, you have all the dispensaries, whatnot, which is free to partake in the cannabis. And to know that regular weed that you smoke is only 11% THC, and to know that hydroponic weed is only 25%.
Bro, dude.
It's only 25%, but
do your impression
you can
of
do
me
something.
telling weed.
Right.
I got some drugs.
But you can do some that's up there that's 88% THC, dude. That is nuts. And then you have this drink where if you drink a quarter of the drink, it's like smoking 2 or 3 blunts type shit. But it's,
Breaking news, Russia orders Ukrainian soldiers out of the Crimea region.
To go to Colorado to smoke weed.
But we're going out to Colorado up in July.
No, speaking of that, a friend of ours that stays there as well, he got into a fight with somebody and stabbed him in the face. Now he's looking at 50 years in the joint.
Juan, can you do the recreation of the stabbing?
Wait, on an off topic though. Isn't this a stupid looking hat? This Pharrell Williams hat?
Yeah, he's had that for many years.
$44,000. This man sold this stupid looking hat for on eBay because he wore
He
it.
looks like a.
Because he wore it at the
What
Grammys.
was his name? That Canadian, that Dudley. Brendan Fraser did the
Dudley
movie.
Do-Right?
Dudley Do-Right.
It's retarded.
Yeah.
44,000. Arby's bought it.
The restaurant?
Arby's.
Yeah, Arby's the restaurant bought that stupid hat.
What the heck was that about?
It's going to charity supposedly, but fuck you want a stupid ass looking hat like that for?
Instead of Arby's wanting to donate the money to charity, they decide let's spend 40.
All it is a stupid. What is it like? I guess you would consider like a cowboyish type top hat. Kind of looks like Kind of looks like the Arby's hat.
What kind of icon is Pharrell?
I have no. Apparently, Pharrell is in again after being out for like 5 years.
Even when he was in, what kind of icon is that? Where you sell your hat on eBay?
I don't know.
$44,000. Man, that's crazy.
All because he wore it at the Grammys, and apparently people thought it was cool.
That's crazy.
World we live in.
Well, a lot of those women, I believe that when they wear those dresses, they get those dresses for free. They don't get those dresses back to the manufacturer or nothing. But the jewelry, I'm sure that they loan that stuff and rent the jewelry and all that stuff out. But I'm sure they get to keep those dresses.
Those dresses look phenomenal too, might I say.
And then they have the malfunction ones and stuff, showing the ass, showing the titties all the time and shit. Hey, that's crazy. I'm like, and like even when Janet Jackson did hers with Justin Timberlake in the Super Bowl, dude, it was so fast, I didn't even see it. I'm like, damn, it happened that quick. I didn't even see it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then of course they showed it.
That was planned out though.
I'm sure that was because they made it seem too.
That all of a sudden
easy.
that means Janet Jackson just wearing sparkly.
Because I'm like, man,
nipple
that
clamps.
was quick as hell.
Or not nipple clamps. What am I thinking of?
Nipple clamps. That's what you thinking of.
Clamp it though.
Oh man.
Did you watch the Oscars?
Fuck no.
Did you hear about the Oscars?
Fuck. I heard that McConaughey beat Leo.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't.
It's a good movie though. I mean,
Dude,
best
Gilbert
thing.
great.
I was about to say the best thing I saw though about that was,
I killed it, Gilbert.
Despite going full retard, Leonardo DiCaprio's never won an Oscar.
Never go feel full retard.
Oh, he has never.
No.
I don't even watch those, man.
All I cared about, and I would have stopped watching the movies if it didn't happen. And thankfully, the 2 Oscars that I was only worried about, I didn't watch them, but I read about it, was Frozen won its 2 Oscars that it was nominated for. And it deserved it. I still say Frozen is the best animated movie of the year.
I don't care.
Last year.
I don't even know what
They had the
Frozen's
best
about.
original song and the best animated film.
I wanted even the Lego
was that
movie,
about?
which I really want to
It's
see.
a
I
Disney
probably
movie.
won't.
Cartoon about the girl that has
It's cold out.
Ice powers.
She's hanging out in Iowa.
She freezes everybody.
Right. No, I don't think I've ever seen
She
that.
froze Brandon's stairs the other day.
Right. Oh,
You guys know how cold it
her.
is? You know how cold it is outside?
How cold is it, Brandon?
It's about 1 degree Fahrenheit.
Actually, my smart TV said it was 0.3399999999. It did.
I don't know what the fuck cold
I was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but
It's just cold out there, goddamn. Believe me, it's cold.
I realized lately I've become bitter when I meet if I go somewhere like a restaurant or a grocery store, and if my cashier or server is having a conversation, I just get fucking pissed now. I had this 16-year-old boy checking me out at Hy-Vee last night, and he's just talking to the bag boy I like doing he was apparently a younger me. I like doing the grocery in the back. I like stocking. I don't really like doing this.
He said he was checking you out.
that's what he said. Little 16-year-old was checking me out.
Did you just say that?
16-year-old's checking me out. He's like, if I was only a few years older.
Oh my
And then all I wanted to do the whole time, I become this
just
person
eat him
I
up.
swear to go why don't you stop having a fucking conversation? I'll slap you if you keep talking.
Right.
I was looking at Brandon. He looks kind of thug with his Cadillac shirt on.
And I'm like, man, why has he got the Cadillac on?
You're like, blang, blang.
Right. I see them as his pajamas, man.
I'm like, when Brandon get a hood on us?
Right.
I see him with a NASCAR shirt at work.
Right.
NASCAR jacket.
Just call me Big Don from now on. No, not fucking NASCAR. Fucking NASCAR is the dumbest thing ever.
People like NASCAR.
No, pool's more of a sport than NASCAR.
Pool is a good sport to watch.
Pool's a game.
You ever watched Pool? Have you ever watched, what is her name, the Black Widow? Doing her behind the back shots and everything.
Pool is the shit.
You ever seen the
dude.
Black Widow on TV?
Pool is
No,
fun.
I have watched Pool,
Pool's
though,
one of those
plenty of
things
times.
that is fun to play. I have no desire to ever just sit there and waste my time watching it. But I do love watching Poker After Dark.
Of course.
If we're gonna talk about wasting time, Poker After Dark. I just love
that
the.
shit there, man. That's what I don't watch.
There's a commercial break in between. There's 2 commercial breaks in between each hand where it's just
Oh my god.
one guy stares at the other guy.
I'm like, is this still on? Golly, keep flipping this shit.
Then after that, they have that that show comedians that aren't funny at all. What is it? It's like 4 people. It's like late night. They think they're really funny. It's the equivalent of me being on TV for comedy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't watch it.
I got an interesting question for you guys. You guys all went to school. You guys all had that weird substitute teacher. You know, kind of weird looking. Maybe everybody made fun of him or whatever.
Mr. Stockings.
Well, I believe in Connecticut, they have a substitute teacher that takes the case. Takes the cake, I mean.
And he took the case.
And he caught a case. Apparently, the substitute teacher left his classroom, went into the hall, and laid on the ground and began, as the article says, vigorously masturbating in the hallway as people were walking by.
Yeah, I want a picture of Fred's face right now.
Teacher.
The substitute teacher went into the hallway and started vigorously masturbating in the hallway while laying on the floor.
Unbelievable.
The person that found him
Unbelievable.
said she walked up to him because she thought he was in. He thought he was having an attack or something because he was on the ground.
shaking.
Thought he needed help. She said, I walked up to him and noticed that his hands was down his pants and he was just vigorously masturbating.
Wow.
I heard there was a 16-year-old boy checking him out in that class.
Do it faster.
And apparently I was there narrating it too.
But apparently,
This dude.
yeah, he takes the
Oh my
cake for the
God,
worst
man.
substitute teacher in history.
That's just unbelievable. People can do stuff like that, man. It's
We had
unbelievable.
now this isn't my story. This was a friend of mine, but it was a teacher that I never had when I went to West. But he was telling me that on the first day of class, the teacher's like, all right, you're going to say 3 things. 2 things true and 1 thing that's a lie about yourself. And they go around the class, and it comes to this, this really cute girl and all that, and she goes, I can't think of a lie. And he says, well, you could say, the teacher says, this is the creepiest shit ever. Well, you could say that you're not wearing panties because I can clearly see that you are, because she was like wearing a skirt or something. Then he went into the hallway, laid down. It just started masturbating up a fever. Then I walked up and go, what are you doing?
We are laughing at children's being sexually harassed.
She's an adult now.
Oh my God, man. I'm tripping over the 60-year-old kid Brandon thought was hot.
No, I didn't think he was hot.
That one
He was scanning the items.
And the way he was doing that.
Also known as checking the customer out, which was me.
Brandon bought one of those long tubes of ground beef. The boy's like, oh, just keep hand over hand. It's like, how's your day, sir?
Wait, was I checking him out or what?
No, he was gripping that log of meat,
beef.
just moving it down. How's your day, sir? But it's like,
Massaging
not as good as your day's gonna be. When it's...
Thank you for calling me a child molester on the air. You sick fuck.
Oh my God.
If we're going all out, we're going.
Let's go all out. Let's go all out.
was checking
Speaking
me
of
out.
West High School.
Oh my God.
What else went on this weekend for you, Brandon?
Oh my God. Man.
Nothing. Watched Walking Dead.
I haven't watched The Walking Dead yet.
And that's the zombie one, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're prepared to watch
That's a few
so
seasons.
much sexual frustration at 2 characters.
But,
So we're going back to talking about little kids.
I'm talking about Tyrese and Judith.
Tyrese and Judith.
oh, Tyrese is in Walking Dead?
No, it's a guy called Tyrese.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa. But I wanted to get into that, man. But
You should watch The Walking Dead. It's a great show.
But I'm into that Breaking Bad right now. So
Yeah,
Walking
Dead's
Dead,
better.
actually, right now, it's getting back to like some people are like, oh, it can only do so much. It's gonna, it's just repeating itself. But right now, these last few episodes, dragging them out a little bit, but it's getting to the point or it's getting to what I like about the show. That's pure survival. It's not that we're on a farm. Oh, a lot of zombies are pushing on the fence. Or not on the farm, the prison. The prison was getting dragged out way too long.
it's kind of crazy because, I played that on the Black Ops. Zombies come and you're stuck at a farm or whatever, or at a prison, and you know what I'm saying, and you just start shooting them. I mean, you should get into that, man. That'd probably be a lot more fun just as well as that. This is a book here though. And you're reading.
That's one. No, yeah. It was a comic book, and then there's a TV show based off the comic, and then there's a couple novels as well.
They make this damn thing a huge deal.
There's a novel and
Watch
over
The
by
Walking
Fred
Dead.
that he's seeing.
It's better than Breaking Bad.
No, the fuck it is not.
Well,
That's
I'm gonna
better
get
than
to
Shut
it.
the fuck up. No, it's not.
I'm gonna get to it though. Trust me.
It's
I'm
better
gonna get
than
to
Breaking Bad.
It. But I'm
You
already
son of a
invested-
bitch.
I
Get the
already
fuck out of
invested-
my house.
I already invested time into Breaking Bad now, so now I'm already kind of like.
Where are you at in Breaking Bad?
He's in the first season. Fuck The Walking Dead compared to Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is not. I mean,
Oh, yeah, let's do whatever.
No.
When you were first
Listen
watching
to
it,
me,
you're like,
listen
it's
to
so
me.
good, I want to deal meth now.
no. By the end of the last couple seasons, I was like, well, Breaking Bad is just lost. It's lost.
There was one season after you were caught up.
No.
So,
I was caught up all the way before you were.
I was caught up all the way before you.
Walking Dead has better characters.
No, it doesn't.
even the zombies play better.
Like zombies are better characters than some of them.
I'm Daryl. I'm mysterious because I ride a
Dude,
motorcycle.
I'm waiting to that one climax point on Breaking Bad where he tells his wife he's the fucking dater. He's not the one waiting
I'm
for
the
dater.
one who comes knocking.
I'm waiting to see that
Or
part.
as Brandon says that, Cammy, I swear to God, I'm the one that comes knocking.
Right.
You think that someone's just going to open the door and slap me?
Yeah.
Walking Dead's better.
No, it's not.
That's better.
No, it's not.
I mean, reason why I haven't
That's
watched
a
Walking Dead
fact.
because I just thought that
No,
there was
fact.
no real good story plot in it, considering there's all just zombies and stuff. So
Oh!
I didn't think there was a really good story plot to it.
It's
So,
a
but
good
then-
story.
But then, I mean, of course, all these seasons and stuff, obviously something.
Now, I'm not trying to be.
No, that's not true.
I'm not
because
trying
Sons
to
of
be impartial. I mean, I'm trying to be impartial here, and not. Yes, I do know a lot more. Whatever. I still think, in general, Walking Dead is better than Breaking Bad.
Dude, Game of Thrones is better than Walking Dead.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fact.
No.
Fact. Your opinion does not matter. And Boardwalk Empire, boring as shit.
Boardwalk
No.
Empire is better, story-wise, than Breaking Bad.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm serious.
This is Boardwalk Empire.
It's a better.
This is No,
you
shut
have-
the fuck up.
You have
shut the
you have Scorsese and Wahlberg and I forgot who else behind Boardwalk Empire who are creating a beautifully well-written show
Now I like Boardwalk,
with well-written topics.
but I will say that Juan has always said his 3 favorite shows: Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and Boardwalk. And I love Walking Dead, and I love Game of Thrones. So I had high expectations for Boardwalk. Boardwalk kills off my favorite character in the 2nd season.
because he's not the main character.
He should be. He's more interesting than, I'm Nucky, I'm Steve Buscemi, and I keep getting paler as the seasons go on. And then I'm going to slap Brandon when I
Nucky
see
Thompson is bad. With
No,
a
no,
wad
no.
of money everywhere.
Yeah,
That's all he does. Flips through a wad of money every episode.
the coolest character on it now is the guy with half the face like, yep, your mother, she's painting this photo for me. And then,
These are all like straight mobsters. Of those.
Yeah, it takes place in the 20s.
no, but the only thing with Boardwalk,
bootleggers.
Okay.
Alcohol bootleggers.
Here's the thing about Boardwalk.
prohibitions.
Yeah.
the thing about Boardwalk is there's all these forces against Nucky. Then they all start working together. Then another force comes in. Then they all start working with him eventually. It's just eventually it's going to be an army of people Nucky works with that at one point try to have him killed.
No.
Except I saw the monster that apparently he's having sex with the lady, and it's just her like choking him with a belt while he's jerking off.
That's awesome.
So it's like
That's
Elliot.
awesome.
That is
You're like,
awesome.
yeah.
No, but you've only seen the first part.
Yeah,
the
and then all
first
of a sudden she slows down. And she's like, or she starts. He's like, "What the fuck you doing?" She's like, "I'm hurting you." He's like, "Hurt me then."
Yeah, he wants to be choked out, literally almost to death
Well, having sex or something.
while he's jacking off.
Some people do that still today. That's crazy. They'll sit there and do it.
I'm your host, Brandon Anderson.
Right.
The best part of that dude is later he's like,
Let me kill them all.
we'll get to that.
But even in the movie, you probably don't remember that movie, Rising Sun, with Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes. They were over in somewhere, I think it was Asia somewhere. They had to solve a murder over there and stuff, and that's what happened to one of the cameras in the building. That somebody was actually having sex and choking the girl out, and that's what she wanted while she was having sex. People still do that stuff. Masturbate and have somebody pull a cord on your neck. I mean, that's wild, deep
Me and
fantasy
Cammy
shit.
have been looking for a way to spice up our bedroom life.
Yeah, well, if you need to do that, your life really bad.
Should we recreate how that's gonna go down?
Yeah, let's see.
Now choke me, but if I say it hurts, you stop. Be like,
If I say it hurt, you stop.
I just heard your whole family laugh at me right now. Your mother even is like, that does sound like Brandon. I thought that was Brandon.
If I say it hurt, you stop.
Boardwalk is like The Sopranos.
No, it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah, it's good.
Sopranos is
Boardwalk
The
is
only
amazing.
show that gets as close to Breaking
The
Bad.
only reason
for
you
me.
don't
It was
like,
like
and I'll say
Elliot
this:
Ness did, like,
the only
the
reason you're
Untouchables.
being biased towards Boardwalk is because you dislike you dislike Steve Buscemi. If
No,
it was
I like
somebody
Steve
else,
Buscemi.
I think you would like it more.
I like Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi does a great job in that.
I've never once said I hate Buscemi.
I think you dislike him.
Now, who is Buscemi, man? I'm gonna make sure I got the dude
Steve
right.
Buscemi is the guy with the teeth. Do you ever see Armageddon?
Yeah.
He's like, we got a front row ticket to the
They
end
have
of
to
the
strap him
world.
down because he's going crazy.
You ever seen Desperado? He's the one that's like,
Okay,
He
wasn't he
wants
also like the Knockaround Guys? Not Knockaround Guys. What is that? It's not the Knockaround Guys. He was one of the.
He's that weird, creepy looking dude. Who like, how does he have a job in Hollywood?
I think I know exactly who you're talking about too. He smoked cigarettes.
oh, that narrowed it down.
Yeah, I mean he smoked cigarettes a lot though.
Yeah,
I mean,
that guy.
what movie, man? I'm thinking.
he
movie
smokes
is that?
cigarettes. Why,
smokes
is that how
I'm
you...
saying he's. I mean, you,
Or you playing 21 Questions now?
right. Skinny, white dude.
Oh,
Skinny white dude.
here, this dude.
Smokes cigarettes.
What are you laughing about?
Skinny
Oh.
white
He
dudes.
almost
Like,
looked
how
like
many
he's.
skinny, how many
He
skinny
looked like
white
he's what,
dudes
like,
in this world are there?
like 50-some years old.
That's Steve Buscemi.
I hope.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
hoping to be like, oh no, that's not who
That's
I'm thinking
him.
of.
Like I said, like he's 50-some years old.
Yeah. Ugliest motherfucker.
And
in
he
Hollywood.
smokes cigarettes a lot, dude.
Yeah, but on Boardwalk Empire, there's a part
he's
where
in
we're watching.
Boardwalk, then, huh?
Yeah, he's the main character. There's a part where we're watching Boardwalk at one point. You're like, God, I wish I was Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor, though, man, I think.
He does a badass job.
I like Nucky in the first season, and then the
Yeah,
second
what was
season
I
doesn't
thinking
focus
of,
on
man?
him as much. Like, he's not bad, but
He had
by the
robbed
end
a
of,
bank or something.
you know why I don't like him, Nucky. And, yeah, he's getting a little bit better now.
Chalky White. That's all it's about.
I like Eli. That's always looking like this with his neck is always going.
No, I've not even watched that.
But
Favorite thing is where Eli starts crying.
I'm gonna win Dad of the Year.
You won Dad of the Year?
I'm gonna win Dad of the Year.
Okay.
I lost my kid yesterday.
What do you mean, man?
Well, for those who don't know, in the Quad Cities, the Road to WrestleMania made a trip to
Yes.
iWireless Center. I happened to get tickets, and we went. Enjoyed a great show. It was a great time. A lot of fun. I was going my way to the concession stand because my son said he wanted a hot dog and popcorn. And my daughter said she wanted a foam John Cena's finger. So I'm like, okay. It was like intermission. It was going to be intermission, so I was gonna go down before the crowd got there. I walked through the aisle, stomping on every little child that was in between me and the end of the aisle.
Right?
And they're like moving their legs like, I'm out of your way. I was like, no, motherfuckers, move your legs up. The aisles are like 2 inches wide. I can't get past you if you move your legs to the side. You need to pick your legs up. So I stepped on them.
Were there more kids there than like a Power Ranger concert?
No. Anyway, I'm going down the stairs. And I'm going pretty fast because I want to get there before the rest of the crowd gets there. And as I'm going down, I see my daughter running up. My daughter runs up behind me, and I don't see her, but she taps on me. She's like, Bobby. I'm like, oh, where'd you come from? She's like, oh, I wanted to come with you. So we go and buy these foam fingers and all this stuff. Taking like 10 minutes or so.
Did your wife go?
Yes, my wife went. And on our way back,
I'm sure
to
he didn't have the next person to him watch his son.
I wasn't. I'm not paying attention.
on our way back,
Hey, you just watch this.
You watch my child.
on our way back,
You want a foam finger? Wait here.
I'm like, I gotta stop and go to the bathroom. And
you
as
with
I'm
his
gonna walk
brother.
into the bathroom, I happen to catch a glimpse of a yellow shirt because my son was wearing a little yellow John Cena shirt. And he's standing there with like a security guard and like iWireless Center people. So I walk over there. I was like, "What are you doing, Isaiah?"
shit.
And he's like, "They tell me he said he wanted to go get popcorn with his dad." I said, did you follow me? He's like, yeah.
Wow.
Apparently what happened was, as I was fighting my way through this crowd of younger people that were in the way of the exit of the aisle,
Right.
apparently my kids ended up following, but I was in such a hurry to get there before all this crowd of people.
Right.
By the time I found my kid, like everybody in the iWireless Center had gone to go get fucking shit by then. There was like a mob of people there.
Right.
Just by luck, I caught him.
Just looked over and seen
Just by luck.
Because he had the same yellow shirt.
Same yellow shirt. So as I'm going down this, the aisle, apparently my kids are following me, and my son has this terrible fear of heights. Terrible fear of heights, like somewhat like I do. And my daughter somewhat sucks it up a little bit more, and she was going to get down those stairs quick. She didn't know my son was following us either. My son, the reason it took so long, it took him like 5 minutes to get down the stairs because we were in the upper bowl. And he's so scared of going downstairs because his height, it took him like 5 to 10 minutes to get down the stairs going one at a time by himself.
And Juan just left.
And I didn't know I didn't know. My wife didn't tell me they were coming. I didn't even know my daughter was following me.
Taking him forever. So right before you walked into the bathroom.
But he wasn't crying or anything. I was like, he did the right thing. He went and found an employee and security guard and said, that he was lost and he didn't want to move from where he was.
Right.
My daddy went to the car.
But it's like...
Daddy said he'd be right back.
He
left.
I didn't bother to look back. It's like... I didn't think they were following me.
Right, but that's your wife's fault too, man. She should have told you they was coming or yelled something, man.
Hey, has Juan ever told you how his son used to say car? Like, Daddy, I want to go to ride the car.
Yeah. But I've been with lost my son in Hy-Vee, man. Because he just took off. He was with my wife, and I went around the corner to do something, and I come back to her. She's like, I thought he left with you. Man, they had to shut Hy-Vee down. And come to find out, he was out in the front part of the Hy-Vee, inside the carts that has the cars made out of them and stuff like that. He was hiding inside them, playing around. Like, dude, they shut Hy-Vee down.
Like I said,
no more locked doors.
We had a good time at the wrestling. But my most, I guess you could consider would be not my favorite part, but my most awkward part of this whole wrestling experience I had was when the WWE Divas came out to wrestle. They come out, they do their thing, they're wearing their skimpy outfits. And, usually we're around a bunch of kids and families, but there happens to be some adults behind us, whatever.
Of course, going bananas.
And as it's going on, one of the girls, she's sort of figured whatever. She's like, all I hear behind me as my kids are trying to eat their popcorn and whatever, eat their stuff, is one of the girls is like bouncing up. He's like, just keep doing that the whole match. I don't even care.
Just look forward, kids.
They're like, oh my gosh, he's wearing the tightest shorts I've ever seen on a girl.
Oh my god!
They're just constantly saying this. They're like, just keep bouncing up and down. I can see everything jiggle.
He was talking to Juan.
They're like, I'm like sitting here. I'm not, I can't say anything. They're whatever. They're kids. They're trying to get their time. They're enjoying themselves. These people behind them are enjoying themselves, looking at the Bella twins bouncing around. But it's like they're like, oh my god, I don't even want to watch the match if she just stands there.
Yeah, my neighbor went too, man. He told me he was going last night. So, which, like I said, man, I'd have fell out of wrestling, man.
It was a good time.
Wrestling
it was very
used
entertaining.
to be like
Our wife
really huge.
Went through the blizzard and saw it in Cedar Rapids. Not the blizzard, but the snowstorm, because they got free tickets. Do you think it's like Iowa's giant middle finger to Illinois, the fact that the mark, they renamed it the Iowa Wireless Center in Illinois?
Well, it's iWireless, not the Iowa Wireless.
Right, but but it said it's Iowa. It's Iowa Wireless.
It's like, hey, we have money.
It's Iowa Wireless. That's what they want the Illinois people to think, that it's Iowa Wireless. It's Iowa.
Illinois took the
who has the mark?
That's because we ain't got no room left over here in Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, there's a bunch of cornfields on 53rd.
Dude, they're building a Menards way out Brady now, man.
I think I had friends
And a
that were on
casino.
There were the news about them building
Rhythm City
Menards
is out
at
there
late at
too.
night.
And it's diagonal right from Menards.
No, I want Juan to tell the story about how he gets his son's attention with the clothes.
What?
The whole, he just launches.
Oh, if he's not paying attention to me, I'll just chuck some clothes at him.
Oh,
I'll just ball it up and I'll just chuck it and be like, get dressed.
do it by yourself.
But the wrestling, it's a good time and everything, but you can see when the true hardcore wrestling fans come out. When everybody's favorite, John Cena, comes out. It's when you get the most reaction from the crowd and everything. We happen to sit diagonally from a gentleman was sitting diagonal from us. And this whole John Cena match is going on. And John Cena is wrestling Randy Orton. And this guy's going crazy. He wants Randy Orton to beat John Cena. He's like, come on! Kick his ass, Randy! Get him the arcade! He's going crazy, yelling and all this stuff.
Keep bouncing! Right there!
He's like, come on! And they're having a cage match. And my son and my daughter and a lot of everybody, the whole famous the Let's Go Cena chant starts. So it starts off Let's Go Cena, and then everybody else starts with their Cena sucks. My kids are all pro John Cena and all like that.
Pro John Cena.
And they're like, let's go. We're like going, I don't really like John Cena that much, but my kids are like,
my kids.
I'm with my kids. I'm like, let's go Cena.
Right.
We're like, let's go Cena. The guys behind us that were doing the talking about the divas, they're like, Cena sucks. My kids are like, my kids turn around and like, why are they saying that? I'm like, just because some people don't like it, just keep going. They're like, let's go Cena. Cena sucks. And my kids,
Dad, do something.
And then what? Sir, could you
Kids,
please?
I'm finna go get something from the snack bar.
and the dude over there the whole time was, kick his ass, Randy.
Juan just goes one aisle behind him and starts yelling.
Cena sucks. And we got like we made a you can't see. My kids wanted to make a sign, so we made a you can't see me sign. We're holding it up and everything. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
The guys behind him knock the sign over.
Kids got their light sticks going, their big foam finger.
Oh, man.
And then
I feel actually so bad for the kids right now because they're so excited.
it gets better though. The match is going on. The match is going on. And Randy Orton's beating up on John Cena. My son's like, "When's he gonna beat him?" He's like, "Well, just wait." And I knew, who's gonna win and who's gonna after what, because the champion Randy Orton's a champion. Champion can't lose at a house show. Only uses on TV or pay-per-view. So the champion's gonna win. But my son's getting worried. He's not, because John Cena's not winning. Cena sucks. So Randy Orton manages to get out of the cage, stands on the ground. His music hits. He wins. My sons look like he didn't win. He starts crying. Wow. I'm like, no. My son,
see what you've done.
He's like, this is why I didn't want to come, because it ruined my night, because John Cena didn't win.
And then the people behind him pointed at his son and go, hey!
And I'm like, what do I do? My son is crying because John Cena lost. Because John Cena lost.
Shoot these dudes.
Okay. You know what's funny? My wife went to the show the day before in Cedar Rapids, and when Cena lost, she started crying too.
So my son's crying when because John Cena lost, whatever. Luckily, Randy Orton goes out, grabs a chair, and he's going to go hit John Cena. And my son's crying, and he's not paying attention to that by that. But I'm kind of looking at him, I'm like, don't cry, it's okay. He's still,
Juan's crying.
John Cena will win. John Cena can still win. And,
he's not winning.
John Cena, after he lost him, John Cena ducks, picks him up, does his finishing move. John Cena's music hits. I'm like, look, he won. Lie, because I don't want him to be crying in front of a bunch of people because John Cena lost. And he's like, what? He's like, he won? How did he win? I didn't even see it. I thought he lost. I was like, no, he won. Look,
you
the
just threw that out there. You are.
Then meanwhile, the people
And
right behind.
my wife on the way out, I'm like, but he's still questioning because he's not stupid.
Right.
He's not. He's like, how did he win it?
I
He
saw
lost.
him lose. When they have another
And I'm
match?
like, he won. He
When
hit
did
him
they have another
afterwards. He beat him up. And my wife's like, don't lie to him.
You got tickets to the other match? What was that one at? How come I get to go to that one?
Meanwhile, no, see, Cena won, and then the people go behind. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Cena sucks.
Now your wife went. Does she enjoy, or she just sit there like with an iPad just reading?
Go with your
the whole
daddy.
time?
No, she actually, she was very hesitant
Or
on going.
or she up there yelling at you, Cena sucks.
She was hesitant on going. She was whatever, but I think she enjoyed herself more than she expected to, and seeing that the kids were actually into it,
Right.
was pretty
Was
entertaining.
the person
that would have
that
been
everyone that we
more
know name
non-selfish
dropped?
thing
Was
to
he
do.
there? Was the Shield there?
No, the Shield was not there. They were in Bloomington. There's two separate caravans of wrestlers that were in Cedar Rapids. The younger, hipper people were in Cedar Rapids, and the stars came. I guess you consider the better stars came to the.
The better.
No, but
So the Cedar Rapids them didn't get Cena then? Or?
Cedar Rapids didn't get Cena. They got the
okay.
Shield and Daniel Bryan.
And they got Kane and Big Show. I know that because my wife told me.
Yeah, okay. Kane
Corporate
Big Show's pretty
Kane.
big.
Now you're a little sad.
Big Show's friend was sticking out from his shorts at his knee while he was wrestling.
He had a midget in his shorts.
It was just sticking out by his knee. I was like, what is that? A piece of skin just sticking out of his shorts?
What is that baseball bat still?
Why does he have a softball bat in his pants?
Oh, man.
I'm just picturing the whole wrestling match too when Randy Orton goes over to Cena and just stabs him.
One of my favorite acts that came though is a tag team called the Real Americans, where they have a
Is
manager.
that the hillbilly racist people?
Zeb Coulter, he has a much, and he acts like he's not like a racist, but like he's pro-American and he's against immigration and against welfare and all this stuff like that. And the best things, when you have somebody who can really make a crowd react, because the crowd was into the show, but they came out and he's like, I can't believe in all my career I had to come to a town, I never knew I would have to come to places like Ohio. Everybody starts booing. He's like, and the wrestlers come. He's like, they're talking off microphone. He's like, oh. He's like, oh, we're not in Ohio. Everybody, he's like, that's when you get a crowd into it, because you're doing it on purpose.
Right,
And he's like, oh, Illinois, whoa, there's no difference. Ohio, Illinois, it's the same thing.
Dude, that would have sucked.
But it's like, I don't know. And then one of the things I like was when the bad guys come out, and the good guys always take their shirts off and they throw them at the crowd. They go like, who's going to cheer more of this action? Throw them in the crowd. Well, there's a guy, heel called Alberto Del Rio. And he comes out and he's wearing a scarf and a shirt. And after the good guy comes out and throws his stuff out, he grabs his stuff and he's like going to the crowd, who he wants. And he picks a section and he acts like he's going to throw it and he just throws it on the ground. Everybody's booing. He goes to another, I think he goes to like a kid and he's going to give him a scarf and he just throws it on the ground in front of the kid. So stuff like that makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I'm still just picturing.
I can picture your son, though,
I'm just
man.
picturing their poor children. They're so excited you're going there. Because when you're a kid, you think that you're rooting for the good guy and everyone's on your side and all
With
that stuff.
deuces.
And they're sitting there, let's go, Cena, and all of a sudden it's just the. And just,
That's right there. Got me.
I'm just picturing the hurt in their eyes.
Because I'm looking at my daughter. My daughter's like, I don't even want to look back.
They looked up at him too.
And Juan he's got a single tear going. Just look forward.
Just look forward. Right?
I'm like, just don't worry about it. Just keep saying, keep clapping and let's go, Cena. Put your sign up. Put your hand up.
Then Juan turns around. Gentlemen, could you please, my kids are here and they're having a good time. They're for Cena.
Right.
Then,
Cena.
then they're like, we're about to beat their ass out of you right now. They want this. No, what I mean is,
They're by
Cena
themselves.
sucks. Cena.
They came with their mama.
Juan starts, who are these children?
Right.
Lady, your kids.
Oh my God!
Now, tell the
man.
truth. Was it your son that was crying, or
No,
was
my
it,
son
or
was
was it
crying,
you?
man.
Was it you?
No, my
He
son
weighed
is a
that
very
fat.
big. You know, he's into. He likes wrestling. He likes watching it with me, I should say. But you know, he likes John Cena. John Cena's his favorite. You know, every kid loves John Cena.
Right.
And the fact that he lost,
You know,
kinda
if you were
got
a
to him.
white parent, you would hug your son and go, "I feel your pain too. I want to see it away. I feel your hurt."
But I can't wait to go again with them if they come back.
Father of the fucking year. Son takes his son to an event. Son starts crying. Doesn't stand up for his children.
Right.
Against the thing. Loses the kid.
Loses his child. They said we'll take you back.
Not only loses
next
his
time.
kid, loses his kid enough for the security to find the kid.
It was like, and if you don't look back, he would really been lost a lot longer. If you did look back, go park one into
Well,
the bathroom.
I made it up to him. I bought him a $3.75
No, you made it up to
hot
your
dog.
Meanwhile,
I bought him a $3.75 hot dog.
Juan is fighting through fucking children to get away from his.
Oh man, Cena sucks, dude. That would have like, damn.
Like, the whole stadium.
Hush, baby, just keep on going this way.
The whole
Just
stadium is
Cena.
going.
The whole stadium.
Let's go, Cena.
Dude, that would have been hilarious.
But that's the best part of the show is when that chant starts, because it starts everywhere and
right.
there's
And
no,
I mean, that's what it's supposed to do.
It reminds me of when I was younger. My father took me to go see Van Halen out in Colorado when they had Gary Cherone as their singer. But I was so excited. And I was I think I was in like 5th grade. And I'm very tense and shy and all that. And there's these 3 drunk people just spinning around. Woo! Eddie! Yeah! And then I eventually do this. So excited to do this. And one of them turns and just stares at me for a minute like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And with the "We love you" sign for them. But straight up like a fucking antenna. Like. And he just looked at me like, he's spinning around. Oh yeah, right with this. Just stares at me. And I stood like that for 15 minutes.
Oh man.
And then the row behind me started yelling, "Cena sucks!" And I started crying.
Yeah, it was a good time though. They enjoyed them.
Well, that's what
they
it's
got
all
their
about, man.
souvenirs.
You took the whole
Your
family
son
in,
did
man.
it. Your son ended in tears.
Right.
No, I was happy afterwards. He was happy when John.
what?
After the
He
lie.
Well, how you
After the
win,
lie.
Dad?
He won.
How you
Well,
win, Dad?
I'm a firm believer. Sometimes you gotta lie to the people you love to make them feel better.
Sometimes, hey, you knew what you was facing. You said you didn't want him crying going on.
Yeah, I didn't want him crying the whole way down. It's enough. It's enough. He has an issue going down the stairs because he's terrified of heights. My son is so terrified of heights. In the McDonald's playland, he will not go up to the top of the McDonald's playland because he's terrified of heights.
Wow.
Are you one of those fathers too that eventually just gonna go up there and just throw him into the balls off the second?
No, I
See,
got
my
to
son
the
used
I
to
got
be like
I
that,
got to the
man.
point where, like, you know what? I'm terrified of heights. I understand what the feeling is. I'm not gonna force him to do it if he doesn't want to do it.
You know the jungle gym when you're out, you know what I'm saying, you can climb up a piece and you can jump on top of another piece, like it's a ladder, then you hold on to the bar and you can still swing over to the deck. My son's not doing none of that. Even though the spiral thing, staircase that goes up all the way up, not doing none of that. But, you know, just this past year is when he recently started doing
there's
it.
certain slides that he will climb up to, but there's just certain things where he's like, no, it's too high. It looks, no, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Well, I think that wraps it up. What'd you learn this week, Juan?
That I'm the father of the year.
You should tell the story about how your son fell one day and like what was it, mud or something? Get out! You just kept walking, Poppy, get up. Then like someone else had to pick him up and just looked at you.
They gotta learn if they fall.
Man,
They must get
it's
up.
the only way you can learn.
Fred, what'd you learn this week?
I learned Cena sucks. I did learn that.
Cena sucks!
Dude, I can't imagine they looked up at dude. Frank like a mother.
Juan's like, no, look forward.
Scared shitless, like, who the fuck is these people, Dad? Like, oh, shit. Juan go shoot them all in the parking lot later.
Yeah, no. Juan later goes in the parking lot.
See the sucks. Oh, snaps, man.
I just think it'd be even better too if, like, well, no, he won, and then the people, no, he didn't. Here, watch my phone. I recorded it.
He lost.
And then here's your dad. This is where I zoom on your dad lying to you.
No, this is Juan. No. Oh, shit.
Johnson,
Yeah,
no.
but at least you got your son right when you saw that yellow shirt, man.
Yeah.
At least that's, I mean,
Good thing he wasn't crying. And
right, and you wasn't standing there too much longer. you went to the bathroom for
Well,
a
what
minute.
did you learn this week, Brandon? I will learn that apparently if you ask the questions of who learned what, you will not be asked the question.
well, I was listening to Fred, and then I was going to ask you.
I didn't know we
What'd you
were
learn today,
done.
Brandon?
Didn't know we were done with us yet, Brandon. Selfish
I
ass,
know.
dude.
He's like, what about me?
We wasn't even fucking done with our conversation.
He lost.
Cut our shit short so you can be happy.
Juan's
What,
lying.
Brandon?
Juan's
They're
lying.
like, over here, bitch, is the star.
Juan's lying to me like he lied to his children. I was about to ask you.
Oh, he got.
It's so true.
Man, I'm a pass out.
He saw me crying
I'm
over
a pass
here.
out over here, man. Y'all crazy
You're
as
not
hell,
going to pass
man.
out because it's funny, though. You're literally dying.
Right. Oh, my God.
There is a new
man.
drinking game in place
Right.
on this podcast. When you hear Fred laugh
Yes,
and then you
Yes,
take
sir.
a drink.
Oh, my goodness.
What did you
man.
learn this week, Brandon?
It's about you now.
No. Don't
It's
try
about-
to
it's
save
all-
it.
it's
It's
all
over.
about-
Cena sucks. That's all I know.
I said that.
I know.
already.
I heard that
shit.
sometimes when you're a father, you
shit.
just have to lie to your kids. Their happiness
Right.
is the most important thing.
That is true. That is.
Well, but I don't think it was so much as his happiness.
It was
I don't
more-
think it's so much as happened. Juan did not want him to be a punk going through these crowds of these people going down these stairs to this car. So Juan went ahead and said,
He did his
yeah.
guy.
So Juan went ahead and said, he won, son. He won. So he'll stop crying instead of going through that crowd of people. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't make him look bad, as in, come on, let's get your ass to the car. Let's go.
Why you crying?
Why you doing all this goddamn crying? Big as you is. Crying doing all this shit. He didn't want to seem like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when I was at the Power Ranger show years and years,
Years
ago,
ago, years
I'm like,
years
let's
ago.
go Red Ranger. And then
Let's go, Pink Ranger!
Pink Ranger sucks. Then when she got beat up, I started crying.
Right.
I was 17.
Just a year ago.
Why is every impersonation of me, even I talk like this, or let's go! Because it's when you were a kid. Let's go!
He do that now.
All right. I'm Brandon J. Anderson signing off.
Hasta luego de los estudios de Hasta luego de los estudios de Telemundo.
Kills me with that.
Gracias por acompañarnos esta noche.
We international now? God damn.
La próxima semana en La Reina del Sur.
I'm watching Fred run out of air.
Oh, man, I told y'all, man. I'm finna die over here, man.
We should try it in Spanish one of these days. See how it goes.
Yeah. See? That's all you hear me say. See? ¿Qué?
Cae de nuevo este día, Fred.
¿Qué? That's all I get. ¿Qué?
Se me han roto los lentes.
Really?
Las puedo arreglar.
I should just do like a
Soy miope.
30-second
Grande Penosa.
like a 30-second soccer match. Viene el balón. Arriaga. A Messi. A Ronaldinho.
Necesito
Tira el balón al arco.
Are you part Spanish? or something? You say
Necesito
that pretty
liquido
good,
para
man.
conservar.
Brandon almost
Viene el
says it.
centro del lateral. Le da al Messi. ¡Gol!
Really?
¡De Messi! ¡Gol!
Yeah, Brandon's Spanish is better than yours.
Estoy mirando. Gracias.
You know they have
shit.
Lay's Pico de Gallo chips.
Time to take a shot.
Cuanto. I love to go up to women. It's just cuanto. Does that make sense in Spanish? Cuanto. Just go up to a woman and be like, cuanto.
How much?
Oh, wow.
Por favor. And
So I'm gonna start learning some Russian since Russia's gonna take over the world pretty soon.
No.
Soviet Russia, Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo. But I guess as life,
Cuesta.
this podcast has come to an end. So
Cena sucks. Cena sucks. Cena.
John.
Maybe we should recreate that whole thing next
No,
week.
no. Let's do it.
Recreate
I think
that
we can
whole
do
thing.
it. I think we can do it. You guys take the cue. You know what to do. John. Cena sucks. Stop crying, son.
that didn't work out.
He won. I feel your pain too, little.